Well, good morning, everyone. It's week number 10, and I cannot do this with the glasses on. Sorry. Anyway, but I am blind. Week 10 for accountability report. Accepting responsibility for my actions. Well, first of all, I'll just tell you right up front, I lost 2.4 pounds. So the program that I have designed for myself or whatever does seem to be working. And it has its limits. I mean, I obviously haven't been out to eat in 10 weeks. And not even to get a salad, because the thing about a salad is, people say, oh, salads are so good for you. Yes, but in order to make them taste good, you're going to have to add all that stuff. And since I'm doing this based on calories, adding all that stuff brings those calories way high to where you might as well be eating fast food somewhere. But anyway, I got off on that quickly, didn't I? First of all, let me tell you, the thing that kept me going this week, which was I have a little verse every day but anyway, in the beginning of the week, the verse was, do all that you can do to live in peace with everyone. Do all that you can do to live in peace with everyone. And that is Romans 12, verse 8. That's an interesting concept. Do you think we ought to try that one? Do all that you can do to live in peace with everyone. Anyway, so that is what has kind of guided me through the week. And I think it makes good sense. Do all that you can do to live in peace with everyone. It fits, boy, it fits. What a verse, huh? What a verse. Anyway, lost 2.4 pounds. Let me tell you a little bit of information, which I'll have to be referring to because from the Fitbit report. Total steps for the week was 38,283. My best day for walking was Friday, and that was 7,654 steps. And I think that's probably because I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I go to the store on Friday to prepare for Friday, Saturday, Sundays. So there's an awful lot of walking, shopping, and getting all that done. My least walked day, the day with the least amount of steps, was Mondays, because that's after working 3 days, I think. Schedule nothing, do nothing. Anyway, and that was 4,397 steps. So that kind of gives you an idea in steps how it's going. Calories burned for the week, 7,435 calories. Now, let's think and talk about this for just a minute. There are 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. And that makes you think, wow, that's 2 pounds right there you lost. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But then you got to factor in the calories that you ate. And then you got to factor in your daily activity calories, which brings it down. So unfortunately, I think we still have to have the scale to tell exactly how much we weigh and how much we've gained and or lost, whatever. But anyway, it looks like you could do it without it by using those numbers, but I don't think you can. And I'm not the best math person, so don't ask me. Anyway, let's see, where were we? Calories burned, 7,435. Friday, I burnt 1,155 calories. Again, that's all that walking and working. And Monday, the least amount of calories was 1,016 that I burned. And my best day, which was Friday, I was down 12 calories. I burnt 12 calories less than the following week. Sleep average is 4 hours, 58 minutes. And my sleep score, which last week was 75, went to 69. So it was down for the week. Sleeping is just such an issue for me. Okay, now then back to the hourly activity. The hourly activity, 250 steps in an hour will get you an hour of activity. I average for the week 8.3 hours of activity in a 14-hour range. And that is up from last week. Last week was 7.4 hours out of the same 14. I hope that makes sense. But anyway. The problem with that is my Fitbit is set up to start at 8 o'clock and end at 8 p.m. And unfortunately, I get up at 6. And I'm a firm believer that what you need to do, what your chores are for the day, what your responsibilities for the day are, I like to get them done in the morning, and I like to punch out, clock out at noon and do nothing else. That's just how I like it. But anyway, so I think a lot of my activity is not going to be monitored until somebody can change the time on my Fitbit, which I think is probably easy, but not for me. It's just gonna have to be that way. Let me see, what is this? I had 3 days of 10 hours of activity, and that was Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. The least active, of course, was Monday of 4 hours. Now then, let's talk about water. That's a lovely thing to talk about, water. I drank 25 bottles of water. That's up 2 bottles from last week. That's about 422 and a half ounces for the week. Again, water is not my friend, but it is a good acquaintance with me now, okay? We're kind of trying to bond. Good luck with that. But anyway, let's see. Again, let's go back to what I was saying earlier about do all things that you can to live in peace with everyone. I love that. That fits me because there's 4 things in life I hate, and that is stress, tension, pressure, and pain. I just like to avoid it at all costs. Anyway, if you're living in peace with everybody, I think you probably would eliminate a lot of that, right? Right? Or is that just a crazy concept? Let's talk about my walking. I walked 17.44 miles this week, the week that I'm reporting on, week 10. And that is down 1/4 mile from last week. However, my goal is 14 miles a week. I passed that goal. Didn't pass the week before, but I passed that goal. And I will not be raising that probably ever. If you can walk 14 miles in a week, in my personal opinion, that's good enough. But at this point, I do not plan on raising my goal of 14 miles. Even though the last 2 weeks I have exceeded it into the 3+ miles more each week. So that's good. Now my food find, I can't remember what my food find last week was, but I'm going to tell you what I like a lot this week. And I think it's good. People need to try it. And that's cauliflower rice. Have you had it? Cauliflower rice. Tastes just like rice. It's like 20 calories. It's in the freezer section. Microwavable. I tried it at a drive-thru here a long time ago. And it was delicious. But I thought, wow, when you eat at a food establishment, and I have a food establishment, that's what I do, the calories are not good to you anywhere. I mean, I just don't know where. However, the rice, that cauliflower rice is delicious. So I thought, grocery store, we know what we're looking at. Because when I would order it at the drive-thru, I would say, please don't cook it with any oil. Well, they got to cook it with some. They got to. I mean, that's what they do. They do it on the grill. But that microwavable in the freezer section is delicious. And you get the joys of eating rice. Looks just like it, tastes just like it, but it's cauliflower. And cauliflower is a good thing. I'm beginning to like cauliflower. I don't like the taste of cauliflower, but man, they're doing all kinds of things. In my refrigerator right now is cauliflower pizza crust. Tonight, my goal will be to make me cauliflower pizza. A pizza made out of cauliflower crust. And I have Velveeta shreds, which happens to be the lowest calorie shredded cheese that I could find. I can't remember what it is. I think it's 60 calories. Velveeta slices, like for sandwiches, it's only 35. Whereas regular cheese is like 100 and 110. Again, I'm doing this on calories. And I really wish I had a better system than calories. But that's what I have. That's what seems to be working. And so I'm going to stick with it. Anyway, so I guess the last thing I really need to talk about is journaling. And boy, I don't want to talk about that. I journal. I still journaled. I journaled everything. But I have a problem. And this I will work on this week. Because this, I think, will make all the difference in the world. Maybe not in the world, and maybe not even a big difference. But in my mind it will. What I will do is I'll eat breakfast. Instead of sitting down and journaling it immediately, I'll wait and in the evening I'm going, now what did I eat? And I'm journaling 2 or 3 meals at one time. And it's not as effective because you're going, well, I only had a blah, 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 blah. And in reality, maybe you had more. You know, your mind, your perception. Get it down. Journal, Barbara, and I will be journaling as I eat it. And I think we'll see, hopefully, some better results from that. I'm not complaining about the results. I'm just saying 2.4 pounds. There's a lot of suffering to get 2.4 pounds. And again, you don't want to go too much. You know, I know that. But still, 2.4, come on, I want more. And I try hard, I'm really trying hard. And I've got to stop because I really think I'm running out of things. I'm just saying, I hate journaling, but boy, journaling is a key. Journaling is one of the big deals that make it work for me because I can see what I've had. I can see like a bad week. I can see and eliminate maybe what I think is the problem and work from there. But anyway, journaling is exceptionally important. And another thing, talking about this makes you do better. You want to do better. You want good results. You want to have a good report. But anyway, and of course, one of the most wonderful things is at work on 2 different nights, 2 different people that I am acquaintances with, but certainly not friends with, came up to me and asked me if I was okay, that it looked like that I was losing weight. They just wanted to make sure I was well. Anyway, that's really all I got. Let's go today, this week, and do all things that we can to live in peace with everyone. And again, that's Romans 12, verse 18. Everybody have a wonderful week. I hope to be back for week 11 next week with a great report. In the meantime, bless you all. Thank you, and have a wonderful day and a great week.